disturbing dash cam video showing the suspect who drove right through the Grand Floral Parade. Also ahead.
They would shoot you. Give me the keys. Give me the keys.
A rideshare driver robbed at gunpoint the downtown carjacking that has left him terrified. And later, red tape at its finest. Why new tiny homes meant to house homeless people in Seaside are still sitting vacant. Good evening, everyone. Let's get right to breaking news. And teachers in Oregon's largest school district now one step closer to hitting the picket lines. Tonight, the Portland Association of Teachers, which represents over 4,000 educators, made it official and announced that its members have authorized a strike. That's according to the union's Facebook page, which says 99% of those who cast their ballots voted yes. We have reached out to the PAT for further details, including when they plan to file the 10-day notice that is required before walking off the job. In a statement reacting to the news, Portland Public Schools said, quote, "We want to reach a fair, sustainable settlement, and we will stay at the bargaining table as long as it takes to get there. We ask our educators to stay at the table with us, not close schools." As we understand it now from a letter PPS sent to families tonight, educators intend to strike starting Tuesday, November 1st. That is a week from next Tuesday. Again, we're talking about 4,000 plus teachers impacting some 40,000 plus students. We will continue to stay across this. Updates here and at KGW.com, of course, as they come in. Let's get to a KGW investigation now and newly released dash cam video that shows a driver plowing through barricades at the Grand Floral Parade. A warning tonight with people, including children, jumping out of the way here. Some viewers may find this difficult to watch. So the video appears to shed light on how quickly this all unfolded, along with the driver's state of mind. Investigative reporter Kyle Iboshi takes us through.
This never-before-seen footage shows a Portland man plowing past barricades, nearly hitting several people along the Rose Festival's Grand Floral Parade route in June. Sidney Meacham is facing felony charges for the alleged road rage incident. At the time, there was no clear motive for his speeding toward children and families. The 30-minute recording submitted as evidence in a preventative detention hearing provides new insight into the June 10th incident. The dashcam video shows Meacham become increasingly frustrated by heavy traffic. His music is blaring as Meacham heads towards the Moda Center in North Portland, where he planned to meet others, including his mother. ODOT crews had blocked off numerous exits to help keep traffic away from the parade route.
They got it all blocked off. The Lloyd Center exit, the Convention Center exit, every motherfucking exit. You bum.
The video shows Meacham driving through a row of barricades before blowing past ODOT crews blocking the exit ramp. A Portland police motorcycle officer chased after Meacham's truck before pulling up beside him. The officer shouted for Meacham to stop, but he refused. The truck eventually turned, exiting the parade route. Meacham drove through barricades, nearly hitting several people. An unmarked police SUV attempted to stop Meacham at a red light in Portland's Lloyd district, but he drove off. The video showed Meacham continuing to drive for several blocks until he eventually stopped near other officers in Northeast Portland. Meacham, a registered sex offender, was arrested and taken to jail, where he'll remain while awaiting trial.
Kyle Iboshi reporting there. Meacham has pleaded not guilty to 38 counts related to the incident you just watched. Those include felony charges of unlawful use of a weapon and attempting to elude police. No trial date has been set. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. In Clark County, a 16-year-old has been arrested following a call reporting gunshots in the area near Evergreen High School and Cascade Middle School. Both schools issued a shelter-in-place order while police responded there. Authorities say they found several shell casings and a handgun in a parking lot behind the stadium. Police say the teenage suspect is not believed to be a student. In Gresham, a MAX train hit and killed a man early this morning, and officials tell us he was within a restricted area on the tracks not far from Civic Station. Gresham police told us they found headphones at the scene. It is not clear if the victim was wearing them at the time. And the city of Portland is reporting its 51st traffic death of the year. This one late last night on Southeast Holgate involving one vehicle. You see the wreckage there. 2 women were inside. One of them died. The other was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Holgate was shut down overnight. New at 11, we are hearing from a rideshare driver who says a group of suspects carjacked him early this morning. Alma McCarty reports on the latest violent crime to shake downtown Portland.
For 4 months, Rahib has worked as a Lyft driver in the Portland Metro. And over those months, he hadn't encountered any dangers or threats. Until early Thursday morning, in a downtown parking lot around Southwest 2nd in Washington, as he waited for his next ride.
And they opened the doors. The 2 boys, they was out, and the girl, she was driving, and she was, give them the keys or they will kill you, they will shoot you. And then the guy is like, I will shoot you.
Rahib asked us not to show his face or use his last name, fearing for his safety. He initially tried to defend himself, he says, pushing one of them away.
Girl, she was like, they will shoot you. Give me the keys. Give me the keys. And he showed up like something shiny was in his belt. It looks like silver gun.
Outside the car, his VW Tiguan, Rahib says the suspects punched him, then chased him with their car until he turned over the keys and his phone.
Just get to convenience store and try to get help. No one cares. That's the problem. Like why?
Police officers took down his information and say they attempted to track down the suspects and Rahib's car, but the group got away. Detectives with the major crimes team now looking into the possibility that these suspects could be responsible for other robberies. Rahib, understandably, shaken up.
As a human, you don't have to hurt others. But you want to pull a gun and try to kill me for doing my job and trying to survive, that's not right.
Now, Rahib is hoping police can recover his car, but he tells me it's really less about that and more about making sure the suspects are arrested and charged, because he doesn't want this to happen to anyone else. David?
Yeah, just trying to do his job. Alma McCarty in the newsroom. Thank you, Alma. To the war now between Israel and Hamas, with President Biden holding a rare Oval Office address this evening to make the case for further U.S. commitments to Israel as well as to Ukraine. The president says he plans to ask Congress for emergency funding on Friday, some $60 million for Ukraine and $40 million going toward Israel, Taiwan, and the U.S.-Mexico border, though none of that can be approved until the House elects a new speaker. The president's remarks, by the way, came as the State Department issued a rare worldwide caution security alert for all Americans overseas due to increasing tensions and the potential for violence.
History has taught us that when terrorists don't pay a price for their terror, when dictators don't pay a price for their aggression, they cause more chaos and death and more destruction.
Meanwhile, in Gaza, there is now an agreement, at least in theory, to open the Rafah crossing from Egypt on Friday for humanitarian deliveries. The UN is calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire to allow aid across. Back here in the Northwest, dozens of people gathered on the Portland State campus calling for peace in Gaza. Protesters told us they want justice for Palestinians who have been killed, many of whom are children. Some held signs saying things like "end the occupation" and "end the genocide." More than 3,700 people have been killed in Gaza, more than 1,400 in Israel. You're watching KGW News. Straight ahead at 11, they have the tiny homes ready to go. So after months of delivery, why hasn't anyone in the coastal town moved in? Plus, all eyes on the Timbers, the game-changing Saturday matchup that could make or break the season.
And the season has felt like summer lately, right? But it's going to begin to gradually change over the weekend. We'll get some clouds at the coast today. Really dramatic view, actually, from our Astoria Column Skycam. One more sunny, warm day. That would be tomorrow. And then we transition to rain. I'll let you know when that will finally come back.